Right, so before you watch this review, I'll give a bit of disclaimer. This is going to be a review of a mountain bike. I am no push bike specialist. I'm no Tour de France previous winner. Even though if I was, I would be drugged up. I'm just a normal person who was after a bike and got one. And this is my honest opinion of this bike you're going to watch. So if you are interested in this bike, check out a few more reviews from people that know what they're talking about a little bit better. So I know I'm walking and I'm not riding, but there's only so many things you can do at once. So when I was looking for a bike late last year, the wife said, I'll get you a bike for Christmas. We'll give you a bit of a story. The wife said, I'll get you a bike for Christmas, what do you want? So I was looking around for bikes, and I had a couple of boxes that I needed to tick. One of the tick boxes, I wanted it full frame. I wanted a full frame size bike. I wanted it to have gears. I wanted it to be relatively inexpensive. I don't want to spend. Bikes can be stupid price. Thousands we're talking. Even someone would say £500-600. That's pretty cheap for a bike. I didn't want them sort of prices. I was looking at £150. I also wanted it new because it's a Christmas present. You know, I've had many years of getting second-hand presents for Christmas. Let's have something new. But there was one more point to my list that I wanted. I also wanted it to be able to fold in half. I wanted it to be able to fold in half, so it's where I live. It's a little bit hilly, hence why I'm walking now. It's a little bit hilly, so the plan was in the summer, which is coming up, fold it in half, put it in a car, drive somewhere nice and go for a ride. That was my plan. So, doing my Google searching, this is the bike I found, and the short review is, I'm pretty impressed with it. Beacon, the Beacon. Names of stuff. You might already know I review a lot of vaping products on another channel, but the names of stuff, even on them vapes and other stuff, just the names per company give stuff, just the Challenge Beacon. It's the Beacon. It looks so much like bacon. I might peel that off and just say it's just a bike, and the name aside, it's not the best name. Looks, we've got black handlebar, black seat, black pedals, black wheels, spokes at the front, some really lime green spokes at the front, and they've got a bit of suspension in. And it folds in half, like I said. And it folds in half pretty easy, and it's pretty light as well. I'm pushing it now. It's pretty light. I've been on a ride, maybe 10 or so, 15 miles today on this. A few little points. This bike was off of Argos. I don't know if I mentioned that. If you read Argos reviews of this, if you think, well, that don't look too bad, let's go on Argos. On the reviews, they're mainly positive on this bike. They're mainly positive for the price point and the features it does. You've got to remember, though, in the scheme of bikes, it's still a cheap bike. It's a cheap bike. There's a few reviews, and I'm not saying these reviews are wrong. I'm sure these reviews are fair, where it says, because I looked at these reviews before I bought it, and it says the gear cog has a tendency to snap or shatter, the gear whole cog inside of it shattering. So when I saw that reviews, I was like, some people are getting like a Friday model, you know, one that's made on a Friday where no one in the factory can be bothered. They knock it up on a Friday and it ain't quite put together properly. I've had many a car in the years, I've had many a car over the years that's obviously been a Friday model, because you'd put the heater on and the radio would turn off. You know, them sort of little silly things. So I've done around 50 miles on this bike. I'm going to say about 50 miles, probably more, around about that figure. And there's nothing wrong with the gears on my model. But like I say, if you get a Friday model, you might be in trouble with a gear cog. So yeah, riding it smooth, it's pretty lightweight, it folds in half easy. I would give it an 8 out of 10. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Just like literally for everything, for all the features it does, the price point, to me, it's a solid 8 out of 10. The 2 points I would take 2 points off for the brakes, why the brakes work, and I don't have no issues with the brakes. They're not disc brakes, they're the standard old school brakes. Would have been nice if there was a more upgraded brake. The gears seem fine. They are Shimano gears. Yeah, they're Shimano gears, like the motorbike style. I don't know the proper name, but you know, like the motorbike style, where you just, to change gear, you do that business. Well, they're all fine. Sometimes it misses gears a few times, just like you need to get it quite. Like what I'm saying is, when you think you've got it in gear, you sometimes hear that little ratcheting noise where it's not quite in it, and you just got to move it a little bit more. It's not precise enough, but that's only losing a point for that. One, I've had no issues with the brakes, but like I say, they are really standard, old school cheap brakes, and that's it. And that's the, I think, yeah, 8 out of 10, solid 8 out of 10. I have no more issues with this. So here we go. If you're after this challenge beacon, look on Argos. If I can find a link, I will put it down below. Read through them reviews and watch some other people's reviews, because why 150 odd quid ain't much for much people. It's a lot of money. It's still a lot of money. You don't want to go blowing your money, but so here's the latch, and that's how it just folds in half. And also the pedals fold back as well, so you get the pedal. It's on the pedal on the inside of it. Put your finger in there, pull this part, and the pedal will fold in half as well. Pretty simple to fold in half. If you want to put it back, just reverse it, lock it in. Pretty hard doing it and filming it, but I'm sure you get the gist of it. It's not hard, basically. Let's move this one in. It's also got a little stand there, so when it's folded in half, it stands up. You've got quick release seat, so the seat's quick release, but that's it. Both of the wheels, front and back, are not quick release, and neither is the handlebar. So the only thing you've got is quick release is the seat, and obviously that, but everything else not quick release. If you're one of them quick release people,